my loves. Happy Monday. So get ready with me while we yap a little. How about that? You know about that. Let's yap a little bit. Let's yap a little bit. So yeah, happy Monday. It's nice and sunny here in the PTA. So I love staying here. Last week, really, let's like recap on last week before we really get into this week. You know what I mean? Last week reminded me really that growth and feeling good about myself and productive is not really something that comes from the outside. Productivity can really be an internal work. It can really be you deciding what you prioritize working on and what you can't prioritize working on, especially because last week was a bit of a rainy day. It was like a gloomy week, not even day. It's like a gloomy week. So you honestly had to like push yourself to get a lot of stuff done. And I had a lot of maintenance stuff to do in terms of my hair. I have a couple of sessions to get my hair to where I wanted it to be, like the hairstyle I wanted. So I had to basically know what to prioritize between work, personal life, and my hair. And I needed to, in between that, prioritize resting, organizing, like I said, be sure of what you are taking in and what you're not, and what you can take in and what you can't take in, right? But I'm proud that I did that because I managed to really do a lot of stuff that I needed to do, and the rest of the stuff I can now do this week, right? Some of the stuff I did this weekend, like writing my blog articles. I saw some of you guys read my blog for Mother's Day. This is my first Mother's Day. Thank you for the feedback. I really appreciate it. I feel like this is another little symbol or little moment of me feeling like I'm really living in my dreams, because I really do enjoy writing. I really do enjoy alchemizing my life, and I feel like combining those two is really me expressing myself a bit more. My biggest takeaway, though, anyway, from last week and last week's events is I really need to be softer, continue to be softer, and I need softer systems that will give me a soft foundation from my softness and my femininity. That's a lot of soft, and not really respond to harshness and pressure, even though sometimes I can really thrive in it. It's not something that I always need. In this new chapter that I'm living, I need softness. Productive softness, systematic softness, structural softness. We need soft. Okay, we need soft. That's just what it is. And I'm really lately realizing that I romanticize being caught up. I romanticize being busy. I romanticize feeling misaligned and feeling tense, right? Because growing up, that's what we were told is being productive, and that's how you feel like you're doing something with your life. But I'm really prioritizing taking time to doing my soft moments, soft dedicated self-love moments from self to self. I'm really focusing on what I am doing within the softness, and this is building my beautiful life and the beautiful things that I have around this time. Motherhood, my content. I'm really loving where I'm at with my content, and where I'm going. I'm really happy with my career and where that's going, where I'm at with that, how I feel about my work, how I feel about presenting back my work, how I feel interacting with my fellow colleagues and stakeholders. I'm really happy with that. It took a lot of work, it took a lot of self-work and confidence to really feel like I belong where I set my foot in. Because God can do like a lot of the work, but you have to do the rest. You have to believe that where He placed you is where you belong. You have to believe that you belong. So I had to believe in my set of skills, my set of capabilities, my personality, who I am. I had to continue to tap back into that and really believe that this is where I belong. I'm really where I'm supposed to be. Even though I know I'm going, I'm definitely where I'm supposed to be. So that was really nice for me last week to really reflect. Focusing on my businesses. Let me tell you what they say about opening a business and it being a journey to like further awakening is really true. And this for me happened simultaneously with my pregnancy or postpartum. So that has really tapped or forced me to tap into a lot of the things that I wouldn't be able to really even recognize consciously. It would have taken way more work for my subconscious to like put it up into the surface for me to recognize that I needed to do work on that type of thing. You know what I mean? I'm really grateful for my businesses and how it's moving. Like Yabella is doing really well. We have even busy periods in the month when we know sales are gonna go. We're restocking batches. Like there's so much greatness that is happening. We just are excited to see what's to come. There's so much that I can't even share with you guys yet for Kiabella, but I will be sharing shortly once everything is, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But just generally all of that, incorporating healing, incorporating creativity, and just me trying to balance all of that out has really been quite the experience for me. But that's like a little brain dump that I wanted to share with you guys on this Monday. See how y'all doing. Let me share how I'm doing. And let's catch up. Typically this would have happened while I'm getting ready, but I've already gotten ready. Yeah. Pretty much. Basically done. So let's get into the second half of this little segment. I really wanted to make something off of these morning yaps on Mondays because I do my weekly tarot readings for myself every Monday to just prepare for the rest of the week. And I mainly do it on Monday versus Sunday because Sunday is for my family. And Monday, because I work from home, I have a lot of the morning to myself. So I do a tarot reading and just get my day or my week started. And I start planning for my week basically. And I just finished doing my tarot reading for the day, and I've got to say, it was a really refreshing reading. I normally get a bit of angst before I do readings, but this morning's reading was also pretty good. And I wanted to share with you guys a bit of my takeaways from my reading. One of them being that I really need to have like that need that I have to have my life figured out. I really need to work on that because it blinds me from realizing a lot of the stuff that I already have figured out, or the stuff that is already coming together and landing and finding its place really nicely. So my big takeaway was, because I've been intentionally putting in so much work on healing certain parts of myself, for me, for my son, I've been putting in so much work with intentionally handling certain things on a high emotional intelligence level, which is part of the healing process. And it has made me realize and given me so much clarity in the rat race that we find ourselves in this capitalist system that we live in, where we forget to just pause, chill, and smell the roses. I don't know if any of you guys have been seeing that on my social media. I've been posting certain things that I've been doing lately to kind of help with combating that, which is spending time with my plants in the house, outside of the house, spending time with my trees in the yard, sitting in the grass outside, stargazing, meditating, doing chakra work. Those have been helping me and have been catapulting me, pushing me to just this realization and where I'm at with my life right now. And that's also helping me realize a lot of the belief systems that I had about myself. Some don't come from me, some come from me, some come from survival. And kind of picking and choosing which ones belong in my future and my now, and which ones belong in my past and in reflections. You know what I mean? And pretty much my download for this Monday, for this week, is I don't really have to have everything figured out in my life to move forward. I can open up my business with the chaos of being postpartum. I can open up my business without having the proper labeling that I have in my dream life. I can just launch without having that. Just like sometimes you don't have to wait for everything to fall in place for you to start. You just have to have that will to start taking that dream from what you see it in here and putting it here. Because that's, if motherhood told me anything, it told me that you can take something from here and put it here. Like, having my son has made me realize that life in itself is a miracle. So you don't have to have everything figured out for you to move forward. Like, everything comes together, clarity comes together through movement, through action. Do you know what I mean? Everything unfolds. Things don't just appear, everything has to unfold. That's even in reflection of how creation even came about. Do you know what I mean? But that was like my takeaway for this week. I hope this helps you start whatever you need to start, helps you push yourself to really presenting in that meeting, being confident in setting up that meeting, applying for that job, starting that business. You know what I'm saying? I hope that really does help. So now we can get into the affirmations. Is comparison and wishing something external from something internal. We have all the qualities of who we want to be, and we always seek those qualities outside of who we are, which is crazy. Like, when I realized that, I was like, but like, it's crazy about, because the dream, the desire, that calling comes from internal. So whoever that's internal, that I am, that says I want to have a skincare brand that makes a difference in people's everyday life, that whenever they apply stuff on their lips, apply stuff on their face, they feel liberated, they feel confident, they feel like a new person. That comes from internal, that comes from your story. So for you to become your dream self, you have to become self. You have to get to know self, get to know your interest, not the noise. Get to know what you like, not the noise. Do you know what I'm saying? Because every one of us has a little blueprint, a little imprint that is imprinted in the universe, that is uniquely us. And it's like that for a reason. And I feel like if you try to be something outside of that imprint, outside of that fingerprint, then you're denying the universe yourself. And you're denying yourself to discover yourself as well. Do you get what I'm saying? That for people in our generation, it takes some intentional work to become like this, because we come from societal structures that tell you who to be. We come from parents that tell you what to study, who to be, what to become, instead of us learning each other as we learn ourselves. Do you know what I mean? Okay, then our next affirmation is I deserve reciprocity, softness, and peace. As a person that wants to tap more into their feminine, more into their softness, and if that's going to be what I put out, that's what I want to get back. So as much as I'm working on myself and trying to be a better person for myself and for the collective, I want the same back. I put in that work so that I can get that back and have that exist in my ecosystem. I can't be the only one trying to do that work and then everything else in my ecosystem is like the opposite. Then it will be clashing. I won't be able to basically exist in the environment or the reality I'm trying to generate. So what as above, so below. What is inside should reflect outside, right? Basically. don't know about you guys, I'm actually enjoying this segment. But let's do affirmations for this week. So with my tarot readings, after my reading and my takeaways and um, getting through it, I do I draft some affirmations for myself for the week to help me and remind me what the messages were saying, right? So I'm gonna read to you guys. I have 5 affirmations for you guys for this week. I'm gonna read them to you, and you can say them to yourself in the mirror every day, every morning, or as you get ready, or in the car, make time. Okay, so the first affirmation is I release the pressure to do everything at once. As a multi-talented person, this is everybody. We all have different passions, different talents, different interests. We need to make sure that we find a filtration system between the idea and the manifestation. Try to pick one, focus on one, launch one. Pick 2, focus on 2, launch 2. But don't do more than you can juggle. You only have 2 hands. That's why I mentioned 2. Do you know what I mean? Second affirmation is I create from alignment, not burnout. Like I mentioned earlier, that I had a belief where always working, always being busy meant that I'm achieving something. I'm doing good in life and I'm succeeding. But it left me burnt out, and I had to spend huge gaps in between trying to reset because I got burned out, which now then creates inconsistency in my work and my content and all of that. So I've realized that you don't need to burn yourself out. You need to execute. Biki biki makmir. Do you get what I mean? Then the third one is my authenticity is enough. I'm realizing that one of the things that steals joy away from us as so. Okay, then the last affirmation that I have for you guys is I trust the woman I am becoming. You can insert anything. You can say I trust the man I'm becoming, I trust the girl I'm becoming, I trust the boy I'm becoming, but as humans we are always becoming. And what better feeling it is to become who you've been dreaming of becoming, to become the highest level of you, to become the softest, kindest level that you can be in this harsh world, right? That's like my affirmations that I have for you guys today. I hope you really use these, embody these, and put them into your everyday life and see how those change and impact your life and change your everyday, right? So yeah, my last thing that I have for you guys, item on the list that I have for you guys, is the chakra that we're gonna work on. The chakra I have for myself that I'm gonna work on is the solar plexus chakra. And that's the third chakra, root, sacral, solar plexus. I mixed the 2 in the middle. Let me see. Yeah, it's the third one. That's right. I have my chakras right here. You can see. Right? Can you see? Okay. Yeah. So we have the root, sacral. We have the root, sacral, and solar plexus. So today we're focusing on our solar plexus, our creative energy, where our confidence and all of that lies, right? Focus on self-trust, focus on discipline, personal power, and taking aligned actions to everything you put out, right? Without doubting yourself. We spoke about comparing yourself, we spoke about being authentic, we spoke about really aligning and following your passions, the dreams that come from inside you, right? So doing meditative work and doing solar plexus work is intentionally balancing that chakra that will help you with the confidence, the self-trust that you need to achieve these goals. I was trying to see if I have my chakra cards close. I will post a chakra affirmation card for you guys on the socials. But yeah, happy Monday, dolls. I really hope you have a great productive week, and I hope these little yaps are gonna help. I hope we can do this every week. I hope we can do this often. But yeah, just a side note, I actually did this whole recording without a filter. That's sickle. That's like solar plexus work right there. And I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. This is also helping me boost my confidence by, yeah. But hey guys, that's what I have for you guys today. I have to go get ready for my meetings. Today I only have first half of the day meetings, and then I have errand work to do. So I'll take you guys with me. See ya.